Welcome, everybody, to Scotch Songs number 13. Cole hasn't joined us quite yet. He's running just a little bit late. He'll join us when he's able. As you can probably tell, I am using a different microphone tonight. Hopefully, this one gives us some better audio. There, that way I can actually read chat. Using a different microphone tonight. Hopefully, this gives some better audio. It's not just me being all distorted. Get the obligatories out of the way first. Right down here. Make sure I'm actually in frame. Beneath me on the screen, I'm actually going to move it real quick, is a QR code. You can scan that QR code if you feel that I am deserving of it. And you can tip me and, speak of the devil, Cole.
Hey.
Camera's not quite on yet. I was just getting started doing some obligatories.
Well. Yeah, sorry, it was a day. Um a, a little bit late. My apologies. Anyway,
Happens.
carry on. I'll get my camera sorted here in a moment.
All right. So, since you missed it, using a different microphone tonight, using the Sennheiser as opposed to the Timu microphone that I have been using. So hopefully the audio on my end's a little bit better. Mentioned the QR code and drinking something different tonight. Not Scotch again. More bourbon.
Oh. Okay.
I've got me a bottle of Gentleman Jack.
Well, what do you know? I got the same fucking thing. I am not shitting you. Hang on. Where's this camera? Look at that.
Ha! That is not synchronized. I don't tell him how much of an alcoholic I am. We just so happen to be drinking the same thing.
I even got out my my nice glass and Chillstone, and yeah.
I actually ordered and I received them the other day. I haven't had a chance to wash them and use them yet. A set of 4 whiskey sniffers.
Hey.
And with the next paycheck, I'll be ordering another set of tumblers.
That's not quite the right shape, but it suffices for a surprising number of things.
So, what are we doing tonight, Cole?
Paramore, which is why I went with the good old Tennessee whiskey.
Paramore, a band that is actually from our neck of the woods.
Yeah, not real far away. I've pretty sure I've had friends play shows with them.
I was scrolling through their Wikipedia earlier, and seems like everybody has played shows with them because Paramore does not discriminate.
I mean, they're here to play music.
Yeah.
You guys want to play music? Hell yeah, let's go.
So, I am actually going to close out YouTube because,
Okay.
as much as I like watching the videos, that tends to be where we get hit with copyright, not just the audio. And
Specific videos. Interesting.
my poor computer is not liking streaming and playing videos.
Yeah, no, well, I guess I kind of expected that.
However,
That's really the reason I expected you to give.
yeah. Um, I have to be really careful. This microphone's super sensitive. So my usual antics, I have to try and keep on the down low because I'll get audio spikes like I just did. But we will still go through the Wikipedia a little bit, and then I'll pop over to Pandora and we'll play some of the music. We might at the end pull up YouTube once again and pop into some of the shorts because one of the things I really love about Haley Williams is the way that she performs. She is a very active performer, very high energy. So, the only one that I know is Haley Williams, who was originally born in Mississippi in December, winter birthdays, of 1988. So she is a year and a half younger than you are.
Uh, Closer on two, but yeah.
Um, Her parents split up. She moved to Franklin, Tennessee, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is a suburb of Nashville.
Close by it.
Um, Formed Paramore in 2004. So she was super young. Um, in 2005, their first album came out. She would have only been like 15, maybe 16 at the most.
Yeah, that seems about right. Think I recall that.
Um, Reached number
Um,
30. How many kids do you know that have an album hit number 30 on Billboard?
yeah, that's not a.
Can't, can't even buy a pack of cigarettes. Cannot enlist in the army, and you are at that point
Got it.
a rock star.
Billboard 30 album. Yeah.
Their second album, Riot, came out in '07, which is about when I started listening to Paramore. Um, that was that would be about the time that I got from out from up under mom and dad's thumb when it came to music. Started branching out on my own and still listen to a
And
lot of the
that
same stuff.
that seems about on par for the right age that you would have been at the time. So
Which,
yeah.
because I know she's probably watching, that there is nothing wrong with my mother's taste in music. Mom is very eclectic when it comes to music. She'll listen to about anything. A lot of hair metal, a lot of grunge. My taste in music is because of mom's taste in music.
Yeah, well, that's really sort of the natural progression of things. Generally, most kids inherit some or, some sort of combination of their parents' musical tastes before exploring their own. Um, and a lot of times, either that individual's, you know, general musical tastes will be heavily influenced by their parents, or they will run in the complete opposite direction.
So, what I did
Uh,
actually is kind of funny and weird because I started out with mom's musical tastes, and then as I've grown older, I've kind of shifted more into dad's. Dad listens to a lot of country, I don't quite go that far. I listen to a lot of folk. That has been kind of my thing lately, and I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with it because there's not. Who doesn't love a little banjo and a little mandolin in their life?
Yeah, okay. Um, you know, definitely not big on country. Sorry, just never struck me. Um, you know, folk I can enjoy, uh, most of the time. Um, my uh, yeah, mom's influences rubbed off on me in a lot of early '90s to mid '90s stuff, right?
Yep.
Um, particularly the grunge, actually, more than hair metal. Um, Alice in Chains is a huge influence. I dig most Pearl Jam. Um,
Alice in
you know,
Chains. Not quite grunge, but Goo Goo Dolls. Mom loves Goo Goo Dolls. Matchbox, which we already covered. Um, and probably will end up covering again because there is a lot of music there.
um, but then my own personal musical tastes lean a lot more into progressive rock, right? And that's just uh what spoke to me. Oh, Chili Peppers. I've got Chili Peppers in my CD player in the car right now.
Chili Peppers.
Right.
Um, I one of my first albums, not one of the first ones that I bought, but it was one of the first ones that was bought for me, was Red Hot Chili Peppers. Stadium Arcadium.
Hey, I've got that one too.
We picked that up on one of the trips to Laughlin when I was a kid. It might have been in Laughlin. And I'm pretty sure we killed that CD just on the ride back to Tennessee. Some of your music tastes have rubbed off on me, which is weird because we didn't spend a whole lot of time together as kids. Um, because you were already living at Grandma and Grandpa's by then, but had to be like Big Brother. Had to be like Big Brother. Big Brother likes listening to Tool, so I'll listen to Tool.
I mean, everyone should listen to Tool. It's good music.
I'm not going to disagree with that. But one of the things that I kind of picked up on my own, which really is more from friends of mine at the time, would be Paramore. You like
Hey, look
that
at that. We came full
transition?
circle.
You like that transition? I was proud of that one. Um, Going back to Riot, came out in 2007. This is the one that most people, I think, know because this is the one that has Misery Business on it. Um, Only exception, and it's also about where a lot of people dropped off of the band because after this, they ended up having a lineup change.
Uh, yeah, there was a lot of turbulence there, and
Well, at this point, they had been going for 5 years, and they were still maybe in their 20s. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of turbulence. You start a band that young, it's going to
yeah.
happen. Um,
Well, unless you're, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards.
well, they've been here since the Earth was created. That's different. They've been here since the Earth was created. They will be here once the Earth is gone.
Keith Richards actually died 20 years ago, but nobody has the balls to tell
It's the drugs. The drugs are what's keeping him going.
him.
That, for the record, that is a joke. Don't do drugs. You don't have the system that Keith Richards does. Well, how can somebody like Keith Richards or Ozzy Osbourne still be alive and yet Ronnie James Dio dies?
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, Dio was a clean living rock star. Didn't really do drugs, didn't really party, and exactly. Um,
Listen, all we got in life is a roll of the dice, but maybe choose which dice you roll.
it, fair. Um, they have had singles on movie soundtracks and video game soundtracks for the last 20 years. Um, some of their original lineup has come back. They are still touring, which is just amazing.
Sorry, I just caught the line almost a literal anti-Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, so did I. Um, well, a lot of people um, consider Avril Lavigne to be one of the early punk or emo bands or artists in this case. Maybe. Okay.
There we go. The band isn't just a short pop punk girl with red hair and a spunky attitude. Their music is like them. It's aged differently. It's sped up and slowed down. It's emo without being whiny or bratty. Almost a very literal anti-Avril Lavigne. And that's a quote from
The
what
AP,
appears. Okay.
from what it looks like. I can't tell. Yeah, we'll accredit that to the AP. Um, identify themselves as Christians. That's not surprising. Look at where they're from. Um, Guitar Hero, rock band, fucking Twilight, um, Rocksmith.
Oh, that's right. Decode was the single attached to the first Twilight. Okay.
Uh, yeah,
I knew that, and I just completely forgot about the Twilight aspect of it.
6 albums in 20 years. Not even gonna go through all the
Solid.
tours. Um,
They opened for Taylor Swift.
yes, because evidently Haley Williams and Taylor Swift are besties. Um,
Yeah, they're like a couple months apart in age. Came of age in the same general area. Um, Probably were going to the same shows. Very likely knew the same, extended social circles. So, or at least overlapping, you know. So I'm not at all surprised by that.
no.
Honestly,
Which
if
do you think is
if
more
I had
popular?
played music in the Nashville area, I probably would have run into the two of them. at some point.
Yeah.
The issue is that I just never got to Nashville.
Well,
So
first album came out in 2005, so you would have been about the same age. It's unlikely you would have run into Paramore unless they happen to be playing in Nashville.
yeah, okay.
You would have had to have sought them out.
And Haley's about a year older than Taylor Swift. So
Eh,
not surprised that they.
I'm about to say something, and judge, depending on your reaction, I'm going to blame it on the alcohol. Is that one that we should dive into?
I mean, do you want to get copyright nuked?
We did Matchbox and got away with it.
Hmm. I mean, we could, but does Taylor Swift really need more? I mean, she's the queen of music. Like,
Cole, Cole, listen to me. Let me choke up on the microphone so you can hear me nice and clear. She doesn't need us. We need her. Can you imagine the views we would get if we did a Taylor Swift episode?
um, could be dozens.
We might get 20 or 30 views off of that.
We'll be,
That
we'll
would
be almost. She is.
that 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 would be like 30 times what we get now.
Do you have a point? The maths.
To all of our tens of viewers who don't come into the comments anymore, I've noticed. We do appreciate you.
You know what else we could appreciate? The music.
I'm waiting on Pandora to open up right now.
Ah,
We're gonna get to the music. There are a couple of Paramore songs that I simply will not play. I have my reasons. Won't get into it. It's not that I don't like them. I'm just not playing those songs. And then there's Decode. I won't play Decode for a completely different reason.
okay.
That one I will get into. Fucking Twilight.
I mean, it does get a lot of radio play, or at least around here.
And they decided to make like 12 Twilight movies. I don't know how many there actually are. Doesn't mean I'm gonna watch the movies.
Uh, right. So I think it was originally written as a 3 or 4 part series. So it would make sense if there were 3 or 4 Twilight movies to correspond with the number of books. But there's 8 Harry Potter movies and only 7 books, and
There are 3 Hobbit movies or 4 books.
and it's the smallest of the books too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was. That actually was my next stop. Um,
There are 12 Lord of the Rings movies or 3 books.
and
That they will continue to make Fast and Furious movies,
there are no books.
and there are no books. We're up to like Fast 40 or something now.
They will continue to make Final Fantasy games.
I don't know what they're up to with that one, but I know exactly what you're getting at.
Right. So I had this conversation with my kid the other day, and apparently it's Final Fantasy not because it's only called Final Fantasy because in each of the Final Fantasy games, the world is ending.
Okay.
Also, it was the first one was meant to be the design company's last hurrah. It was their Final Fantasy, and it did so well it saved the company, and so they made another one. And that one did pretty darned well too, and so they just kept going.
Hey, here's another one for you. If the song is called 2 Minutes to Midnight, why is it a 6-minute song? What he probably doesn't remember is he is the first one to ask me that question. Years upon years ago, when both of our hairlines were not receding.
I mean, the question still stands. If it's called 2 Minutes to Midnight, why is it a 6 minute song? I feel like it should be a 2 minute or, minute 59 second song.
That would make sense.
If it's the last song on the album and it ends abruptly,
I,
if
I'm waiting for one of our aforementioned tens of viewers to mention the fact that, oh, well, actually, it's a song about nuclear war. Yeah, no, I get it. That's not the joke.
you're right, because nuclear war isn't a joke.
Jeez,
Uh,
don't help
sometimes
them.
art
Don't don't
dictates life.
don't help them.
Yes, but I also don't want nuclear war either. Let's.
I'm already collecting bottle caps. It's on its way.
Well, it probably won't be Iran now.
did did you catch the comment?
I see it, yeah.
Thank you, little sister. My comment still stands. Wasn't the last one in 2 parts though?
I think he has a point there.
Pandora, are you on crack? We just went through when their albums were released. According to this, that's wrong. I know for a fact it's not.
Yeah, I feel like things are a little
A
bit mixed up
little
there.
askew. But Riot did not come out in 2013.
No, it did not.
I was listening to Misery Business in like 8th grade. Unsure. Don't watch them. Good. So, I will say this before we get into the music. If it sparkles, lives in the forest, and does not want to eat you, it is not a vampire. It's a fairy. And with that, how about some Paramore?
I think we have an emergency. I think we have an emergency. If you said I believe that you were wrong, I won't stop holding you. So are you listening? So are you watching me? If you said I believe that you were wrong, I won't stop holding you. This is an emergency. So are you listening? And you can't pretend that I don't see this. It's really not your fault, and no one cares to talk about it. Talk about it. 'Cause I've seen love die way too many times when it deserved to be alive. I've seen you cry way too many times when you deserve to be alive. So to give up every chance you get just to feel new again. I think we have an emergency. I think we have an emergency. And you do your best to show me love. You don't know what love is. So are you listening? So are you watching me? Well, I can't pretend that I don't see this. It's really not your fault, and no one cares to talk about it. Talk about it. 'Cause I've seen love die way too many times when it deserved to be alive. I've seen you cry way too many times when you deserve to be alive. Stories they no one cares to talk about it. 'Cause I've seen love die way too many times when it deserved to be alive. I've seen you cry way too many times when you deserve to be alive.
And they're like 14 or 15 writing that being off of their first album.
Yeah, that definitely seems a lot more mature than a 14 or 15-year-old.
That is better put together than some 30-year-old SoundCloud rappers.
Uh, I mean, shit, I'm not a SoundCloud rapper, and that's still better put together than some of the janky riff mashups I try to work with.
Hey, you want to do another one off the first album?
Yeah, let's go for it.
So,
Hey, since we were talking about where they're from, all right, I mean, I guess you can do pressure, but I saw Franklin on there. I was like, they're talking about home.
so pressure for a reason. This one would have been on the console version of The Sims 2. In all honesty, this was probably the first Paramore song I heard
Huh, okay.
and did not put two and two together.
Tell me what our time went, and if it was time well spent. Just don't let me fall asleep, feeling empty again. 'Cause I fear I might break, and I fear I can't take it. Tonight I'll lie awake, feeling empty. I can feel the pressure. It's getting closer now. We're better without you. Feel the pressure. It's getting closer now. We're better without you. Now that I'm losing hope, and there's nothing else to show for all of the days that we spent. Carried away from home, some things I'll never know, and I had to let them go. I'm sitting all alone, feeling empty. I can feel the pressure. It's getting closer now. We're better without you. Feel the pressure. It's getting closer now. We're some things I'll never know, and I had to let them go. Some things I'll never know, and I had to let them go. Well, I'm sitting all alone, feeling empty. I can feel the pressure. It's getting closer now. We're better without you. Feel the pressure. It's getting closer now. You're better without me.
So after that, we're going to jump into the next album, which would have been Riot, released in 2007.
How how did you not know that was Paramore?
Um, Sims 2. I was very young.
Okay.
I didn't know who Paramore was.
All right, that's a fair response. I can understand that.
Upon realizing that's who that was, yeah, listened to that song constantly, playing Sims 2.
Though, to be fair, I guess if I were, playing Doom and instrumental Incubus came on, I may not necessarily recognize it immediately as Incubus. So I get that.
Riot is a great album. There aren't many songs on here that I can say, nah, don't care much for that one. I do have a favorite though. Thank you, little sister, who looked it up, and there are 5 Twilight movies, and yes, one of them is broken up into 2 movies. The joke still stands because there are only like 3 books.
And I'm still not watching them.
Well, watching a book would be boring. Do you read a
I,
movie?
depends on the movie.
Fair. I tend to put subtitles on too, so.
I mean, is that movie the original Ghost in the Shell in Japanese? Then yes, I'm absolutely going to put the English subs on, and I will read my movie.
I I have a surround sound system down here now because I have my gigging setup hooked up to the computer. I was still watching Sopranos earlier with the subtitles on.
Honestly, we've got captions on our TV all the time. Just sometimes it does funny things.
I well
You understand
yes,
perfectly what they say, but the captions can't keep up or have no idea what they say.
I I have a hard time focusing and watching a movie, so the subtitles help keep me at least pretending to focus. I've also got a
I
thing
can
where
understand.
I have a thing where I fidget. I can't help it. I just do.
I can't sit still.
No.
Like right now, I look calm. My leg is bouncing.
Oh yeah. Well,
Right. Um,
I am
but
sure
like,
people have noticed me smoke an entire pack of cigarettes on these episodes. I can't help it. I've got to keep my hands
um,
going.
I can't sit still and watch TV. I have to be doing something.
I have had friends that have gotten upset with me because we'll sit and watch a movie, and I am looking up the movie, and I am looking up different parts of the movie. Oh, who's that actor? Why did they look familiar? I'm looking it up. I'm gonna spoil it for myself. How does this movie end? And I will read the ending 30 minutes into the movie and just kind of see how it gets to where it does. It's a bad habit. Don't have that habit. Don't be me. Anyway, favorite one off the Riot album is number 10. I
Okay.
don't I don't know why, it just is. So this is Fences.
I'm sitting in a room made up of only big white walls, and in the hall there are people looking through the window in the door. They know exactly what we're here for. Don't look up, just let them think. There's no place else you'd rather be. You're always on display for everyone to watch and learn that you're breathing. Just breathe it in. Yeah, yeah, well, you're just a mess. You do all this big talking. So now let's see you walking. I said, let's see you walking. Yeah, yeah, well, you're just a mess. You do all this big talking. So now let's see you walking. I said, let's see you walking. And it's obvious that you're dying, dying. Just living proof that the camera's lying. And open wide. Yeah, open wide. Yeah, you'll go out in style. You'll go out in style.
So I'm glad to know that I am not the only one that thinks Fences is the best one off this album, which is saying a lot because there are a lot of great songs off this album.
I
So
concur. There
from
are
the
a lot
void,
of great songs on this album.
from the void. Um, so I would have to say probably the two most popular. I know he's listening in. Yes, it is. The two most popular songs off of this one are probably "Misery Business" and "Crush, Crush, Crush." Um, That's What You Get is another one. Um, I'm not quite sure where to go, so we're gonna go with number one, which has a funny title, being "For a Pessimist, I'm Pretty Optimistic."
Just talk yourself up and tear yourself down. You've hit your one wall, now find a way around. Well, what's the problem? You got a lot of nerve. So what did you think I would say? You can't run away, you can't run away. So what did you think I would say? You can't run away, you can't run away. You wouldn't. I never wanted to say this. You never wanted to stay. I put my faith in you, so much faith, and then you just threw it away. You threw it away. I'm
I will say I have unironically told people, yeah, for a pessimist, I'm pretty optimistic.